pros are that you have customization, basically. So by customization, I'm saying that you could pick exactly what kind of girl you want. You can basically see what type of stuff she's into, and that's super, super custom versus you finding a regular girl out in real life. Another pro is convenience, because this way you don't have to just keep going out to the clubs or bars to pick out different women and hoping that this is the right one. You could easily scout for what type of girl you want, what her interests are, and what your interests are. And also, like, a lot of guys are busy working. You know, a lot of guys are traveling for work. They might have a game in one city, they might have a game in another city, or they might be like a CEO type of dude, or maybe he's a dude who works in construction. A lot of different people have different schedules and different lifestyles. He might be a guy that just doesn't have the time to nurture a relationship emotionally, or he might be into seeing different women and trying to figure out what he's into. Because say that you've only been with one type of woman your whole life. You might want to try some other types, but you don't have that opportunity. Another pro is that you're working with a professional, so they know exactly what to do, how to do it. They're not going to be all shy, sitting on the edge of the bed all away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know what they're here to do. If you get a more upscale girl, she's going to be educated and offer good conversation. She's really more, can't say a lot of stuff, but she's more professional. She's more into servicing. Some guys are just like, hey, I've only got about 30 minutes. My wife is asleep, or you never know, or he's on his lunch break. You can easily go to someone else. There are girls who are here for luxury experiences. There are girls who are here for just survival, or just like, hey, let's just get it over with. It's also 9 times out of 10 safer than just doing this with a regular girl. And you're like, oh my gosh, how? Because workers use the proper methods. You know what I'm saying? They use the proper methods. Whereas a regular girl, she's just like, well, hey, I'm in the moment. I like you. You like me. Like, forget about that. Like, let's have some fun. Whereas a worker is just like, hey, you know, safety first.
That's extremely true. Everything she said is 100% true. One of the pros of the lifestyle is you get to hand pick a girl that's tailor-made for you. That's right, I said it. I said it. Ooh, I said it. But it's true. You get to hand pick a girl that's tailor-made for you. When you meet a woman the regular way, you really don't know if she is for you or if she's the one. You got to go through this long, drawn out courting someone, dating for someone, getting to know someone until you figure out whether or not she is the one for you, or vice versa. If you are the one for her, you got to go through this long, drawn out process. But in this lifestyle, in this dating style right here, it's you can handpick, choose what you into, what their interests are, what your interests are, what you're needing, what you're lacking, what they're able to fulfill, what hole are you missing in your life. They can fulfill that hole. A lot of times it's not all about relations. People just don't get that. Most of the times it's not about relations. People just don't understand that. Relations is just the icing on the cake. But a lot of times it's just, finding someone that's right for you. People who don't understand this might say, well, why don't you do it the regular way of finding someone that's right for you? Well, she just broke it down in this video, and we're going to break it down as well. Let's go.
Some of the best pros are that you have customization, basically. So by customization, I'm saying that you could pick exactly what kind of girl you want. You can basically see what type of stuff she's into, and that's super, super custom versus you finding a regular girl out in real life.
When you find a regular girl in real life, a man basically tries to shape and mold her into what he want her to be. In this dating lifestyle, you can find someone that's already tailor-made for you, where you don't have to shape and mold. They got all types of women, all types of styles that's willing to meet your needs. You get to choose, you get to pick. You know what you want, what your deepest desires is. And like I said, a lot of times it don't always have to be about relations. And there are women that you can choose from that can fulfill every little thing that you're lacking. Sometimes you're doing it the regular way. You meet women that's set in their ways, that's old and set in their ways, but sometimes you can be younger and set in your ways. In this lifestyle, this dating lifestyle, you can choose someone who's not set in their ways, who are not old and set in their ways, or young and set in their ways. You can choose someone that's tailor made for you. And doing it the regular way, that's close to impossible. Or you got to go through a long, drawn out process to figure out, is this person tailor-made for you?
Another pro is convenience, because this way you don't have to just keep going out to the clubs or bars to pick out different women and hoping that this is the right one. You could easily scout for what type of girl you want, what her interests are, and what your interests are. And also, like, a lot of guys are busy working. You know, a lot of guys are traveling for work. They might have a game in one city, they might have a game in another city, or they might be like a CEO type of dude, or maybe he's a...
Let me tell you what I like. And most fellas can amen this. If you feel me, fellas, smash the like button. And this goes for most guys who deal with women that's in this lifestyle. What I like is a woman, when I meet a woman this way in this lifestyle, I do not like her to be mechanical. And I don't like her to be robotic. You know, I like her to be natural. Meaning that what I mean by natural, talk to me, interact with me like we met the regular way. Interact with me, talk to me, converse with me, hold conversation with me, ask questions to me, or whatever. Just act like, forget that we met this way. Act as though we've been knowing each other for years. Act as though we met each other the regular way. Really, ain't no act. I mean, not quite naturally, just be that way, like we met each other the regular way. And we just, whatever, friends that just get together, hook up every now and then. At that time, you are my girlfriend when we're together. At that time, I am your boyfriend when we're together. I am your husband when we're together. You are my wife when we are together. You are my friend with benefits when we're together. You are my little boo when we're together. You are my bae when we together. You are my baby when we are together. And it's not really playing a role. It's just that, man, talk to me like I met you out and about somewhere. At a gas station, at a store, wherever you, at a club, at an event, at a festival, at a concert, wherever you meet people at, act like I met you like that. Talk to me like I talk to you. Talk to me like you met me the regular way. You know, when you talk to me in that lifestyle language, that's a turn off to me. Oh, I don't work until this time, that time. That's a turn off. Because in my mind, and knowing me, I would say it, baby. That's not work. You know what I'm saying? So don't talk. You know, I don't do that. Some of the language I can do, but some of it I don't. You know, I got this special going on. Man, talk to me like we are normal people, normal folks, like we met the regular way. Don't be telling me nothing about no special you got going on. You got a $40 special or $50 special, $100 special. Talk to you. Don't tell that to a normal regular guy. Talk to me like I am a normal regular guy. Interact with me like we met the regular way. That's what's tailor-made for me. I can't speak for no other guy, but that's what's tailor-made for me. I don't like being talked to like a trick. I don't like being talked to like a customer. I don't like being talked to like a client. I like being talked to like a human being, like a person, like we met the normal, regular, average, ordinary, everyday way. That's what's tailor-made for me. And believe it or not, I found quite a few that can do that. You got to pick them. But then you got them kind that's robotic. You know, they talk to every guy the same. They treat every guy the same. You know, what she did with this one, she did with that one. What she told this one, she told this one. What she asked this one, she asked that. Everything lined up in a row. Most of those who do it like that, robotic and mechanical, have pimps. Most of those who are robotic and mechanical have pimps. I'm not going to say all of them, but most of them that you fellas, you know what I mean when I say robotic and mechanical. You know, everything is lined up precisely military style, you know, like, you know, with each and every guy, you know. She say this like this. She do this like that. She say this like that. She do this like that for each and every guy. Robotic. No, I like a more natural woman. Act normal. Act like we met the regular way. Just quit that. I don't know. It's just, you know, the women say all the time, it's just a difference. You can tell it's a difference in doing it the lifestyle way and doing it to someone that you really care about, and doing it to someone you met the regular way, and doing it to someone you have feelings and emotions for or whatever. That's how I like to be treated. Talk to me, treat me like the normal way, not throw back. That's what's tailor-made for me.
Dude who works in construction, a lot of different people have different schedules and different lifestyles. He might be a guy that just doesn't have the time to.
Don't even tell me that stupid stuff, I'm available. That's still robotic to me. I mean, that's cool in the beginning when we first met. You know, it's cool to do the robotic stuff or whatever. But if I'm your regular, or I'm trying to make you my regular, you're trying to make me your regular, what worked for me was telling me for me, talk to me, treat me like a regular dude that you met out and about in the regular normal way. That's what's gonna make me a regular. But the robotic thing and the mechanical thing gonna get played out after a while. I'll probably see you like 5 times and quit. That's not really a regular. But when you talking to me like treating me like a regular dude, you probably see me 500 times. Treat me robotic and just that lifestyle robotic stuff, mechanical stuff. You may see me once. You may see me twice. 5 times is the most. And that's a stretch. But you would definitely see me 5,000 times treating me just like a person, talking to me like regular, man, like we homies, like we homie lover friends, you know? Yeah, that's that. I need to name this video that. Treat me like I'm your homie, treat me like I'm your lover, treat me like I'm your friend. Don't treat me like I'm your trick. That's what's tailor-made for me.
Nurture a relationship emotionally, or he might be into seeing different women and trying to figure out what he's into. Because say that you've only been with one type of woman your whole life. You might want to try some other types, but you don't have that opportunity.
That's what I say all the time about this lifestyle and posting online. Posting online have given guys who are Caucasian, if this was way back in the early 2000s, early 90s, when this posting online stuff didn't exist, when this internet stuff didn't exist, those guys never had the opportunity to be with an African American woman. They desired it, they fantasized about it, but they never had opportunities to fulfill that fantasies, and vice versa. Same thing with African American guys with Caucasian women. But with this lifestyle and with posting online, it gives you easy opportunities that you wouldn't have had in your regular life, especially back in the days without the internet. So guys who desired to be with an African American woman, a Spanish woman, Asian woman, Caucasian woman, never been with one, but always wanted to be with one, that internet and posting online open up that opportunity for guys to easily fulfill their fantasy of being with one. That's a great thing. She just said that.
Another pro is that you're working with a professional, so they know exactly what to do, how to do it. They're not going to be all shy, sitting on the edge of the bed, all away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know what they're here to do. If you get a more upscale girl, she's going to be educated and offer good conversation.
I like upscale drill force. Cause she's right. They're more educated. They're great conversationists. It's not all about the wham bam, thank you, ma'am. It's not all about that. I mean, they can give you a great conversation before, give you a great conversation during, and give you a great conversation after. But that all goes back into what I said. Talk to me, treat me like I'm a person, like we're people, like I'm a human being. Upscales ones done that. The ones at a lower scale, the ones who's doing it for survival, don't do that. And that's how you can tell the ones who's doing it for survival. That's one of the ways you can tell the ones who's doing it for survival, and you can tell the ones who's doing it because they really love what they do. The ones that really love what they do, they're going to treat you like a human being. They're going to talk to you like you're a person. They're going to treat you like you met the regular way. They're going to be a great conversationist before, during, and after. You know, y'all basically gonna become friends. You met that way, but you basically friends. She talks to you more like a friend and not like a trick. That's what's telling me for me. And that's more upscale 304s do that. The lower class 304s, or sometimes the 304s that have management pimps, don't do that.
Really more, can't say a lot of stuff, but she's more professional. She's more into servicing. Some guys are just like, hey, I've only got about 30 minutes my wife is asleep, or you never know, or he's on his lunch break, you can easily go to someone else. There are girls who are here for luxury experiences. There are girls who are here for just survival, or just like, hey, let's just get it over with. It's also
right, and that's the ones that's doing it for survivals. That's the ones I don't like, dude. That's the clock watchers. That's the hard time watchers. The ones is doing it because they love what they do. They might charge by the time, but when you get in, when y'all doing it, they're not even worried about the time. When y'all start the session and y'all doing relations thing, they're not even worried about that time. They're not concerned about the time. They'll let you go over your time. That's the ones that really love what they do. They love their quote unquote job. They're not doing it just for survival. They're doing it because they love what they do. This is something that they want to do, not something that they have to do. You can tell. It's just like any other job. Anyone that go far and beyond the call of duty, they love what they do. If they really, really into it, you go to make up something. You go to Walmart, they really into with their job. You go to McDonald's, they really into their job. You see, and this type of work as well. Or dating as well. They really into their job. They really into it just as much as you. That's the ones who's not doing it for just survival. That's the ones who's doing it because they love what they do. Nobody is forcing them to do it or anything. And that's the ones that's tailor-made for me. Again, not the mechanical ones or the robotic ones.
So 9 times out of 10 safer than just doing this with a regular girl. And you're like, oh my gosh, how? Because workers use the proper methods. You know what I'm saying? They use the proper methods. Whereas a regular girl, she's just like, well, hey, I'm in the moment. I like you. You like me. Like, forget about that. Like, let's have some fun. Whereas a worker is just like, hey, safety first.
I don't know if I agree with that. It's like half and half when it comes to that. She's trying to say the 3 or 4 dating lifestyle is more safer than the love and relationship lifestyle. No. She's trying to say transactional relationships is more safer than traditional relationships. No, it's about half and half. It's about half and half. And you know what I mean by safer. She's talking about, But y'all get down in those comments. Let me know what you think. If you agree with her, if you disagree with her, if you agree with me, or if you disagree with me. I want to know. I want to know what y'all think. This is 3 or 4 Sweet Daddy. And I'm gone. Like water.